take in that effort today is getting Kevin Durant back on the floor. That happened. Harris in the backcourt.
The most consistent scoring forces in the league for the 12th consecutive season.
Over these past few years with the Suns losing, but they are losing no more, and he is center stage and expects to see him in short order at some point off the bench as Landry against the Celtics. And this is one brutal road trip that the Suns are in the midst of. Kyrie Irving along two.
Well, let's watch Kyrie get started. This is the initial pick and roll, competitive defensively. When you add to what he does offensively, what a force he is.
And he was no match for DeAndre Ayton. Back the other.
Jay just sets a good screen. Second bucket, another DeAndre Jordan screen.
Lost control, and here's Booker, the outlet from Ayton. Gets to the rim. And it's
multi-positional.
Gliding to the goal.
Back jumpers. My goodness. Oh, give me the headsy Kyrie. I know, shot clock dwindling. Kale had eyes on the clock. Our fifth in defensive efficiency. The Nets making it look easy. Couple layups.
Feels the same way. He said the goal is not to win in the first round, not to win in the second round.
Effect that he has had on that team when he leaves that franchise. What's left by? Ayton gets Harris caught on a switch. They lob it to the front of the rim. Easy.
Hottest team in the league. It is late April, and the Knicks are on a...
I think on anyone's, say, top 3 or 4 on the ballot.
I don't think there's any question.
Booker answers.
Looks like it comes so easy to Devin Booker.
Speaking of which,
team, but individual isolation defense can be problem.
Again, Ayton, size advantage inside. Taps his own miss at Giannis in Milwaukee, and obviously Joel Embiid, that the net has done yeoman's work in the absence of the big three. Tyler Johnson.
Kevin Durant has played and then not started. The minutes available to KD in the second half should they.
3 seconds call as we take a look at the break. Blake Griffin wide open triple.
These fringe players to play such key minutes for them, Bob.
Well, they've had a lot of different
has been going hard. How are you looking to contain him moving forward?
27 that Brooklyn has on the board so far.
Let's watch Chris Paul doing work, just anticipating and leading, trying to contend with DeAndre Ayton. It was the point Monte made to Malika.
And there's the matchup at the Carter for 3. Knocks it down and back the other way. He'll take a step back from the L. Griffin, fake the pass, thought about a 3. Underneath the rim. And so 2 pieces of the big 3.
First return from the Achilles, to me, it was the last piece of his game that came back, was the passing.
Kevin Durant, that's his 5th bucket. Blake Griffin. Paul slips a pass to Ayton. He shovels one to a cutting. As this time DeAndre Ayton picks up the assist.
He's long, he's athletic, he can guard a little bit. We've seen him make a couple cuts, and there goes. So 1 shot, 1 bucket off 1 foot.
Kaminsky hits a 3. Cameron Payne back the other way. Booker wide open for 3. He connects Brooklyn. Here's Durant down the lane. He lost.
Last possession by Phoenix with no Ayton on the floor, right? They went 5 out as Kevin gets it. Mishandled the pass. And then you see Kaminsky try to come over again.
The lead was 10. Double figures for the first time as Payne glides to the goal. Payne left alone again. Another shooters alone. Booker hit 1. Kaminsky hit 1. Now Payne gets in the act.
Just be aware, there's another powerful dunker. Jeff Green down.
Kyrie Irving for 3. Got it.
Oh, Kyrie walk up into a 3. 2 extra.
Along with Kyrie Irving, although we're not expecting to see James Harden anytime soon. Take a look at the block here by Jordan before the end of the break.
Just 24th in defensive efficiency, and that's everybody's questions as they give up. They're 13th and 15th as Kevin goes off the dribble. We have, but the fact of the matter is the pieces that will play haven't played.
Coming up on a minute to go in the first half. Irving got caught along the baseline.
That position, and Kyrie just waits. He hangs and waits.
40 of the first half. Here's Durant in the mid-range, off the window. Here's Durant, shot fake, leans in. The tip follow.
13 on 4 of 10 shooting. How about Kevin Durant? He gets up almost a shot.
With the hamstring strain before he came back a handful of games ago. And Durant's got a little bit more in the tank after only missing 3 games as Joe Harris. Ayton tries to seal on Durant. The jump.
He loves to guard. He's better, I think, than people think on the defensive end, Kevin.
Booker. Book it from straight away. He's up to 17 as Kyrie Irving stays sight of that number today as Durant will lob one for the throwdown. Chris Paul for the lead. He is able to. Paul floats one. Ayton finishes. Irving weaving in the lane with the left hand. Ayton spins away from the double team. And Bridges floats one soft.
Teammate just perfectly done.
Off balance. Does.
We see this quite a bit. That move right there. Off his.
Durant glides in. Called by Steve Nash and Kevin Durant. We wondered if it would look like Kevin Durant. Booker drives it at Jordan with the left hand. Swing to the floor. I think we've got our answer. Irving back outside, sets up Shannon. A long rebound to Mikal Bridges. He ties the game. Lineups 27 different players.
27 different players. So unusual rotations. Is
much time to say it, and the shot's up before you know it. As Booker is left alone, they both step. Irving to the corner. Tyler Johnson hits it. Backdoor cut and an easy layup.
Different ways.
Johnson, he's got another. Be in the 7-8 spot, and the Pacers, Wizards, Warriors, and
Absence with a thigh contusion. He's 7 for 12. Kevin Durant doing very Kevin.
Other way. He accelerates, lays it in at this point, and to be playing with that level of energy as Durant tries a 3 and knocks another one.
Ramadan calendar fell at that particular time. To the best of your ability, according to Ennis, he just said, I would get up before daylight.
Durant glides right and draws.
Just plays at the pace he wants to play. And
quarter. Cameron Johnson can't knock it down, but an easy put.
Minutes, so in order to have him have an impact on the game down the stretch, you know, we brought him off the bench, so you got it. Thank you.
Bob, back to you.
Oh, there is Durant straight away
into a 3. So Cam doesn't have his hands up initially. That's the only opponents that they would have to get by. And if they get the #1 seed, obviously they only have to get.
Facing up on the defensive specialist, Javon Carter. Takes him in the lane and puts it. Blake Griffin sees a lane, takes it.
Deck it and go right to the cup. It was a little chippy on the other end.
Chris Paul turns it over. And Green the other way. Tips home his own net. Cam Johnson to Ayton. Gathers, finishes. Gets under the bucket. Sets up Durant. Yes.
He's 4 of 5 from the free throw line. And yes, folks, we are talking about him at all in the time missed.
Joe Harris drives, misses.
Return home that first game, and it's a brutal one.
Booker for good today against Brooklyn.
Yeah, and this is the remaining time is going to have a pace to shoot 50% for the first time in his career, Kyrie.
Well, Blake Griffin's got her in the lineup today. They have been the offensive story as Griffin lays one in.
2-man game. Blake gets to the right shoulder to set the screen, then a simple roll.
From Bridges. Paul leans in. At pass. Griffin the other way. Gives it up to Harris. And the reverse is good.
Where Kyrie is battling. Nice drop. You know, when asked, I've basically said I think Brooklyn. 3 incredible late game finishers is floor. And then the finish on the other end.
The filling in the holes we thought might be left with what they gave up to get James Harden. Straightaway 3. Chris Paul will go at Griffin. Creates some space. Griffin fell back.
There it is.
He got a couple of goals. losses to the Celtics and then the Nets. As
Awu Cabro doesn't play today. He's had his opportunities. Just been so...
Jeff Green is a really nice player, but it's just not as much fun to say his name. As Torrey Craig works, never seems to alter, no matter how much time he misses. 33 points in 20. And 14 for Doris Burke and Malika Andrews. I'm Bob Wischusen saying so. Durant returns. He combines